Good morning, I am Antonio Cirerol Bellver, and today I'm going to show you the business plan I made to create the new Mare Nostrum restaurant in Brooklyn, New York. First, I'm going to show you who I am. I am Antonio Cirerol Bellver, I'm 21 years old, I was born in Mallorca in Spain, I'm taking the fourth year of the Law and Business Administration Bachelor in Universidad Pontificia de Comillas in Madrid, and this is my email if you have any questions or comments. This is going to be my index. Mare Nostrum will be a restaurant of Mediterranean food located in Brooklyn, New York. The goal of this startup will be to bring the healthy and tasty Mediterranean food into the American diet, while trying to adapt it to New Yorkers' day-to-day lives. This diet includes the daily consumption of legumes, cereals, fruits, vegetables, and olive oil. It also includes moderate consumption of fresh fish and seafood, and of dairy products. The health benefits of the Mediterranean diet are many. Regular olive oil consumption has been proved to be good against many chronic diseases. Besides, the Mediterranean diet is also great to reduce the risk of cardiovascular diseases, and is also really good to prevent type 2 diabetes. Furthermore, this diet also helps with weight loss. However, health benefits are not the only benefits of this diet. As you can see in the picture, the main elements of the Mediterranean diet are vegan or at least vegetarian. Consumption of lots of meat has been proved to be one of the main causes of deforestation worldwide, which is leading to climate change. For this reason, an increase of the Mediterranean diet consumption in the US will be great for the environment. Furthermore, our restaurant will be fast, cheap, and diverse. All of these three will be explained in more detail in the following slides. Why New York? Why Brooklyn? We have decided to settle down in New York for many reasons, although we want to expand to other American cities if this restaurant is successful. New York is the perfect example of modern and multicultural city, especially the borough of Brooklyn. Furthermore, we think that it is a good place as, according to the Department of Health of the New York State, the percentage of New York State adults who have overweight or obesity increased from 42% in 1997 to 62.7% in 2018. Furthermore, they also say that obesity among children and adolescents has tripled over the past 3 decades. Currently, a third of New York's children are obese or overweight. As you can see, there is a big health problem in the USA with obesity, and New York figures are concretely very bad. The impact of this restaurant in the New York society will be positive, as it will give one cheap and healthy fast food option for its citizens and workers. New York is also very multicultural and multiracial, which is also a main reason for our decision, as we want to be a restaurant to be as diverse as possible. Furthermore, New York is a young and liberal city, where foreign entrepreneurs are welcome and where modern trends are always quickly integrated. Our mission is to bring the great taste and many health and environmental benefits of the Mediterranean diet to Brooklyn, so that all New Yorkers can enjoy them as the Europeans do. We also want to adapt our diet to the New York lifestyle, creating also takeaway food and home delivery options. Last, we will keep prices low so that everyone can regularly eat in our restaurant, despite of his or her income. Profit is one of our goals, but this is definitely not the main one. Our vision is that every New Yorker should be able to choose having a balanced and delicious diet, even though they do not have enough time or money to spend on food. As our products will be grown in our ecological farms, coming to our restaurant will be delicious and both great for the environment and for your health. Our values are these three: health, diversity, and sustainability. As I mentioned before, the Mediterranean diet is recommended by many different health institutions. In Mare Nostrum, our main goal is to make this diet accessible to New Yorkers regardless of their level of income or of their lifestyle, New York is a city where being healthy is quite difficult. This applies for many different people. For example, for a rich CEO of a big company, the level of stress in his or her life is probably very high. This means little time to do some exercise or to cook healthy food. On the other hand, for example, people with less money may have similar problems. They have to work many hours and when they are done, they probably go for a cheap fast food restaurant. In Mare Nostrum, we want to solve these problems. Health is our main concern, and we want to make it reachable for everybody in New York. We will have our own farm in order to grow most of the products we will use, and the rest of them will be bought to other ecological farms too, so these products will be exactly the same. These products are real food products, as they do not contain additives nor other chemical substances. Let's remember that our goal is to help New Yorkers who want to be healthier. This year has been an important year for social movements, such as Black Lives Matter or Me Too, which have shaken the American society and have put on the table some things that should have been solved many years ago. We as a restaurant want to help and support them as much as we can. To do so, we first want to have a diverse team. To do so, we will establish some quotas to keep our team as diverse as possible, including people from different countries, races, genders, and sexual orientation. We will also have some quota for workers with any kind of disability. On the other hand, we also want our potential customers to be as diverse as possible. According to the United States Census Bureau, in 2020, Brooklyn is a very multiracial borough, as only 43.5% of people are white alone. This means that most people are from a different race rather than white, so it is a perfect place to settle down. Furthermore, all our team will be taught some bases of the feminist movement, the anti-racist movement, etc., especially on how to treat our diverse customers and how to react if there is any kind of problem or aggression in any of our restaurants. Sustainability is our third value. We are very worried about climate change and all the other problems which we have in our planet. For this reason, we as a restaurant want to help and collaborate. We will put into practice many different policies. First of all, growing vegetables and fruit in ecological farms and reducing the consumption of meat, especially the mass production meat, can help to reduce the emission of gases which cause the greenhouse effect and the consumption of natural resources, such as energy or water. Secondly, we will use paperboard boxes for takeaway products and avoid the use of plastic to reduce plastic production and plastic waste. Thirdly, our products will be fresh, and we will not have a lot of inventory to reduce food waste. Fourthly, the truck we will use for transport will be electric, in order to reduce the air pollution. Last, our horticultural techniques, brought from the southeast of Spain, especially the city of Almeria, are great to save energy and water. Our target market consists of anyone who is up to at least of one of these. Anyone who enjoys Mediterranean cuisine, anyone who wants to eat healthier food, or even anyone who wants to try a new cheap and fast restaurant in New York. Moreover, there are other potential customers who will be surely interested in our restaurant. These are vegans and vegetarians, as most of our dishes are vegan or vegetarian. Then, there are also people concerned about the environment, and also New Yorkers and tourists of all ages. However, it is true that our market is more focused on young people, and this is good as Brooklyn is a young borough. According to the United States Census Bureau of 2020, the median age of Brooklyn is around 35.1 years, while in the whole US it is around 38, so we think it is a perfect place to settle down. However, the most important thing about our target market is that we are going to focus on people with low incomes, who will be more than welcome as we will keep our prices low. We also want people from poorer zones of New York, such as East New York, the Bronx, or East Harlem to come to Mare Nostrum too. They will be welcome and we want them to enjoy our healthy food as any other people do. Our competitors can be divided in two big groups. First, restaurants which give cheap food and fast food, such as McDonald's or KFC. This food is cheap, fast, and for many people tasty. Our food is also all of these three. However, we have some advantages that they don't have. We are healthier than them and we don't damage the environment as they do. On the other hand, the other group of competitors is the restaurants which give healthy food. Here we can include vegetarian restaurants or eco-friendly ones. In this case, most of the restaurants do not meet at least one of these two criteria. They are not fast enough, or they are not cheap enough. Furthermore, there are also some healthy food restaurants which do not grow their own fruits and vegetables, so will also be different from them in that, and we think that customers will love this and appreciate it. Some examples of this in Brooklyn are the Modern Loft restaurant, which is vegan restaurant which offers takeaway but is more expensive than what we will be, or the Lucky restaurant, which is a vegetarian restaurant which is also quite expensive and has not got home delivery service. As a restaurant, profit is one of our goals, but it is definitely not the main one. In fact, during the first months, we will be happy by just covering costs. To finance all these expenses, we will first use our savings we have to make this business start. Second, we will raise some funds by getting a loan at the Community Capital New York Business, which is a company which gives loans to small businesses, and they are really happy to help people. We have good social policies and which will try to help people to be diverse. So we think we will not have a problem with that. In the future, we would like to attract other investors and shareholders, or even partner with other restaurants and farms. Marketing and promotion. Traditional ways of marketing and promotion have lost importance in today's world. On the other hand, social media is really where a company can improve its sales. For this reason, we are going to create different accounts in Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and Facebook. We will also create our own app and webpage so that customers can check our menu, book a table, or even ask for food delivery. Last, we have to remember what Josh, who was the entrepreneur who came to the Business in America lesson, said. He talked about the importance of educating customers. This means that they need to know that we use sustainable and farm products, that we are a diverse restaurant with a diverse team, that we want to promote healthy food for not only rich people, etc. All this information should be in our social media, webpage, app, and of course in people's word of mouth. Pestle analysis. The political situation in the USA has been very changing during the last years, and especially during the last weeks and days. After 4 years of the Trump's administration, with many policies against migration and international trade, last week Joe Biden and Kamala Harris won the elections and will be the next president and vice president of the United States. In the state of New York, where we are going to settle down, the Democratic Party got around 56% of the votes. This is good for us as this means that New York State is a liberal and open-minded place to settle down. From an economic point of view, in 2020 Americans have increased their percentage of food expenditure from 12.9% to 13%. Furthermore, fresh vegetables price increased around 3.8%. However, we believe that this will not affect us as we will grow most of our vegetables in our farms. In fact, this could be a competitive advantage, as if vegetables are more expensive in supermarkets, maybe more people will come to our restaurants to eat them. Last, poverty rate in Brooklyn is around 21.1%. All these people are welcome in our restaurants as we will keep our prices low so that they can come and visit us. From a social point of view, in 2020 there have been two big social movements, Black Lives Matter and Me Too, which we have explained before. In Brooklyn, only 43.5% of the people are white alone. while around 56.5% have at least one different race apart from white. There's also a big number of African Americans, around 32.6%. The language factor is also really important. In Brooklyn, around 45% of people speak a language other than English at home. So our waiter will need to speak another languages such as Spanish or Chinese. Last, the number of school graduates in Brooklyn is lower than in the total US. From a technological point of view, technology developments are really important for our business, especially in our farms. We'll use the best horticultural techniques brought from the south of east of Spain, as we said. We'll also use electric truck. We'll focus on social media, web page, and app development. From an environmental point of view, the food industry, as we know, has a very negative impact on the environment nowadays, especially the meat production industry and the massive fishing. With our business, we're going to fight against that. From a legal point of view, laws and regulations in the United States and in the state of New York regarding food regulations are quite lax. New laws are now necessary, as well as incentives and subsidies to people and businesses which are eco-friendly and sustainable. This is difficult to do because of the lobbying pressures of the food industry, which are, as we know, are really strong. Now, we are going to start with the SWOT analysis. Our main strengths are that we will serve tasty, affordable, and healthy food, which will also be attractive to vegetarians and vegans, and to people concerned about the environment. We will have the best chefs, which are real experts in Mediterranean food. We will have a diverse team with diverse customers. We'll have our own farm to grow our own healthy products. We'll have a good marketing strategy and app development, good technology, and nice, well-located premises in the center of Brooklyn. Last, we'll have takeaway and home delivery options. On the other hand, the main weaknesses we have is that we don't have experience running a restaurant, we don't have a big financial strength, we have language problems, and we have to adapt to a new country or culture. It's our first startup, so we don't have a management experience neither. We also have a lack of legal and accounting knowledge, although I study law and business in Spain, so I think I can learn it quickly. And last, we haven't got a previous network of suppliers and distributors in Brooklyn, although we are working on it right now. The main opportunities we have is that there are many competitors, but we are different from them, as we said. Then Brooklyn is a very open-minded borough, and New York is a very open-minded city, which is good for us. The third opportunity is that there is an obesity problem in the US and in New York, so we are going to give Americans a new good way of improving that. Another good point is that some Americans, especially in big liberal cities, are very attracted to the European culture and cuisine. There is an ecological and vegetarian and vegan trend in big cities. And last, as we said, vegetable prices are getting more expensive for customers, so this, as we explained, could be an opportunity for us. On the other hand, the main threats we have is that new competitors may emerge soon. Furthermore, some of our current competitors are much more stronger than we are, like McDonald's or KFC. There is a big lobbying power, as we said, in the food industry, especially in the meat industry and the ultra-processed food industry. Another threat we have is maybe the community capital New York or other financial institution does not give us the loan. Another problem we have is that we have not got a big financial cushion or contingency if things go bad in the first months or year. And this means that we need money as soon as possible. There's also a problem that is maybe we have problems with the legal problems or permits problems during the first weeks. The three areas Mare Nostrum can win are being healthy, cheap, and fast at the same time, being diverse and socially responsible, and being tasty and the best in what we do. First, being healthy, cheap, and fast at the same time is a thing which can make us win. Nowadays, most people are worried about eating healthy food and being fit, saving money, and saving time. If we manage to do these three at the same time, we'll be surely successful. The second one is being diverse and socially responsible. CSR policies are, apart from ethical, good for the running of the business, as some papers show us. The Galbraith paper in 2008 showed us that being good like CSR can diminish employee turnover and even increase customer satisfaction. We want to be a diverse restaurant, as we explained many times, and we also want to be environmentally friendly and sustainable. Here, it is important, as we have explained many times, to show that to our customers, educating them, as Josh explained. Last, being tasty and the best in what we do is even the most important thing. We want to be the best healthy restaurant in Brooklyn so that our customers enjoy our mouth-watering Mediterranean food. I think we will manage to do so as we have the best ingredients, we have the best chefs, we have the best technology and the best staff, and we will have clean, spacious, and well-located premises. These are the steps we're going to follow in order to win. First, we're going to meet with the Community Capital New York agent to ask them for the loan and for some pieces of advice. Second, we're going to rent a good place in Brooklyn. We have some options, but we haven't decided which one yet. Third, we're going to rent the farm and make agreements with other farms and suppliers. Here we have already have an agreement with some farmers which are already growing the products we're going to use, as some of them take some months to grow. Fourth, we're going to move our 2 chefs to Brooklyn. First, we're going to start with only 2 chefs, but if we expand, we'll need more of them, and our 2 chefs will be told to teach them how to do the best Mediterranean recipes. Step 5. Hiring a great diverse team and training it. Here we have explained already the quotas criteria we will use. Sixth, establishing the delivery and takeaway service. 7. Doing a good marketing promotion. Here we have to remember the educate our customers thing, which Josh said, as well as the new house warming party we're gonna do so that everyone in Brooklyn knows us. Then the step 8 is easy, opening a restaurant. And if things go well, the step 9 will be to expand to other cities in the US. This is the literature I used, and if you want the links, they are in the paper which I attached next to the presentation. And last is the slide for the questions and discussion. Unfortunately, this is a video, so there won't be any questions or discussion. However, I will be really happy if you send me any questions or comments to the email I put in the second slide. So that's all. Thank you very much, and thanks for your attention.